Alright, here we are again for another Innistrad booster draft, my second. As you saw at the end of that last draft, I was very rushed for time. And, wow, that looks like he's really solid. Yeah, so I was really rushed for time. I made a couple mistakes as the waning seconds ticked down, and there were multiple ways I think I could have won that game if I knew the cards better and had more time to think. So I was a little frustrated in losing that way, but it was a good first draft, I think. I mean, I think my deck turned out okay. Yeah, this guy just seems really good. I don't think there's a reason to even look at any of these other cards. I mean, none of them is super in the removal department. I think, you know, depending on what they take, they're taking like the Cathar, I think twice or something next. We might get like the Boars back. I don't think the Boars is that awful. Anyway, yeah, last draft, I wish it would have gone better, but that's okay that it did not, I guess. So I saw the power of werewolves from the other guy, but I just don't really like werewolves all that. Like, the other guy in the last draft had a pretty solid red-green werewolf deck, but I'm not sold on them at the moment. I think they're too easy to keep under control. So right here, I think the choice is going green-white again and taking the Abbey Griffin because he's good. Or I just take a Caravan Visual, kind of stay on target. Like Invisible Stalker might be really good too, I'm just not sure. And I think blue-green's okay. Maybe I should just take the Stalker here and try out a blue-green deck. The Caravan Visual could be good because it allows me to splash. And blue-green, I think, it works okay with this guy because it fills my graveyard. So maybe I will try a blue-green, though I passed a bunch of blue, and just see how it works. Oh, well, I guess we got rewarded. They're probably not playing blue when you see Undead Alchemist, Murder of Crows, and Stitch Drake still here. For some reason, I think this guy can be a bomb. Claustrophobia also really good. Murder of Crows also really good. I think this guy dies so easily though. And unless you have a focused zombie deck, maybe he's not the best. Though he looks like he can get out of hand real fast. Though Murder of Crows gets out of hand real fast because he's a 4/4 flyer. So I think I'm just going to take the Murder of Crows since I'm not sure how good this is. Though this could be something I look back on and go, wow, that was a horrendous mistake. And I think Crows is slightly better than Claustrophobia, though obviously Claustrophobia is a really good card in itself. Okay, well that's not great in this format. That's okay. I mean, that guy also pretty good. I think Dead Weight though, if we're getting past Dead Weight, like that's a great card. And Make-A-Wish, if you're playing blue-green, isn't the best because your graveyard's going to be real full. Since we can splash stuff in this format, like we could easily splash Cage Breakers if we go like maybe black-blue splashing Cage Breakers. Dead Weight seems like the pick here. They've taken an uncommon and a rare, so it's likely they're not in black because Dead Weight's such a strong card. That yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just grab it right now. I don't know how good Forbidden Alchemy is, but I'm thinking it's probably pretty solid. I think I want to just stick with the blue theme. Not pass any more of those at the moment. Festerhide Boar looks really good too, but I think it's more likely that we're going to have a blue base and maybe splash either the black or the green, so I don't want to invest in the Boar yet, and we might get one of those back. Into the Maw of Hell. Coming this late, that card's nuts. Stitch Drake also seems really strong. Especially with what we got already. God, but Into the Maw of Hell coming this late? Like, they can't be playing red either. It could even be... Huh. I mean, if this is coming this late, red has to be open, so we could even end up being like red, blue, splashing black or green. I'll take that. I don't know if that's right, but yeah, I mean, I think that card's just so good that to come this late, that's crazy. I wonder what's really in these packs. Wow, like I'm taking Think Twice here. I think that's the best card. We're not looking at white anymore with what we got, and we're probably not focused on green. I think Think Twice is solid. Well, Lantern Spirit seems okay. We're definitely blue base. He's a flyer that's hard to kill. Don't hate that at all. So this is our first pack. The green guy did not come back. Prey Upon did. Maybe Prey Upon just isn't as good as I thought. I don't think there was a lot more green in this pack. Yeah, I'll just take another Think Twice, I guess. Caravan Vigil or Sensory Deprivation. So if we went the green route, it would be interesting to just take the Vigil. Sensory Deprivation, though, when we're playing with, like, flyers, this just shuts down a ground guy. That seems fine. And I don't know if we're playing green. Like, we have such good black and red spell. I think just staying on target with blue is what we want to be doing here. And wow. Okay, nobody must be playing blue, because I think Claustrophobia is better than Stitch Drake, even though Stitch Drake is... I mean, in a deck that fills your graveyard pretty easily, I think he's amazing, but I'd rather take the removal. The guy to my left is probably sitting there really happy to see a blue, too. This card just seems terrible. Yeah, I'll take the Riot Devils. Just kind of a vanilla dude, in case we need him. I think Naturalize is the right pick here, considering we don't want to be playing against Naturalize. We're running that and this, and I guess that could potentially sit on somebody. That card's pretty useless. Well, we were posed to get a Liliana that we can actually use, or a Snapcaster Mage, or a Mikaeus the Lunarch that we can't really use, but we're probably taking because he's worth something. And he's okay and constructed, and I need cards at the moment. Alright, Armored Scab, I think, would probably be our pick over all these other cards. Just, if we're not taking the Lunarch. I think I am taking the Lunarch. And, I mean, this guy looks like I could consider splashing white once you grab him. Nobody's drafting blue, so I wouldn't even be surprised if, like, Armored Scab tabled. Or even something like the One-Eyed Scarecrow, which might fit well in a deck that's just going to try and win with flyers or unblockables and kind of stall them out. But yeah, we're taking Lunarch here. Parallel Lives. Yeah, not really worth anything. Yeah, I think Screeching Bat fits the best in our deck. Though that would really commit us to the red, so maybe we should just go ahead and take the mana fixing first. Since it looks like we might be wanting to splash a billion different colors, the Traveler's Amulet might be best. I mean, with this weird setup, we could even be splashing like 2 colors and be playing like 1 plains, 1 forest, playing blue-red, just get Traveler's Amulet and Grottos. Value those more highly because it allows us to play 2 really bomby cards. And none of these other cards are that amazing in this deck. Like, Screeching Bat's okay. But it's generally just a 2/2 flyer. You're not often going to be transformed into that vampire. It doesn't really make that much sense. So I think I'm just taking the Traveler's Amulet here. Just going for mana-based fixing. I mean, I think this card is really solid. I don't see why it's still here, too. So we are blue. We have Into the Maw of Hell. Like, are we blue-red? Are we blue-white? If we took Divine Reckoning, we would definitely turn into blue-white, where we'd just be keeping, like, one of these guys in play. I mean, that combos well with, like, Lantern Spirit, because we can just bounce it. But we also have, like, Into the Maw of Hell, and we might just want to focus on... Though we have Lunark. Like, we can't splash Into the Maw of Hell. Or we could splash Divine Reckoning. Or we could splash Lunark. We can't splash Divine Reckoning. I think it's better to just stick with the Geist and go for a... just the big flyer. Yeah. I think that's okay here. Wow, on Burial Rites. That would fit perfectly if we were, like, black, white... and blue. Gosh. And it's probably, like, we have one Traveler's Amulet. We might be able to pick up another a little bit later. I think just taking the Burial Rites might be best. And maybe we will hide Into the Maw of Hell. And we'll go with a more black, white, blue, green type thing. It's interesting because we could splash this and then bring it back with Burial Rites. I think Silence Departure is also a fairly solid card if we were more beatdown, but we're less beatdown and more control. So I think I'm just going to go with the rights here and see what happens. Dearly Departed. It's a 5/5 flyer. And if he's in my graveyard, my humans get boosted. He's also a spirit, so he works with my other spirit. I don't see why I can't take him. Like, now it sucks that I passed that other thing. I think it's worth just taking the 5/5 flyer. And I wish I had taken the Divine Reckoning now. Obviously, you couldn't know that I'd be getting a dragon, essentially, that benefits if he's dead. Then Burial Rites, I don't think I could... I mean, I could play two, but we're going to be splashing it. Yeah, I think it's just better to go with that. Well, I think, yeah, the vanilla guy that just establishes our board, even though I'd much rather have armored scabs than this, I think this is fine. Like, this guy's okay, but we're not, we're splashing. We're not really playing him, so, you know, Grasp of Phantasm seems good. I think I'd just rather have this guy to short bar ground game in the beginning. God, and a Victim of Night. Like, I don't know what is getting past here. Like, how is that still in the pack? Nobody must know what they're doing. But, like, I don't see how this... I think I just take the Chapelgeist here. I mean, yeah, we got two incredibly... We're splashing black. We're not... We might even be splashing green. Yeah, we're taking Chapelgeist. I can't take that, even though it's crazy that it's still there. Civilized Scholar, okay. I mean, he is a Merfolk Looter. He does put stuff in my graveyard, but the brute side of him isn't great. Just sensory deprivation might be better. I mean, yeah, we just want the removal. We're gonna slowly win. I'm trying to remember what I said might have tabled in this first pack. It didn't table, unfortunately. I think Fortress Crab is a little bit better for us than Manor Skeleton. Yeah, obviously because we're not focused on black, but I don't think I'm going to be really running... Ooh, I like seeing Ranged Assistant. I don't think I'm going to be running a ton of Fortress Crabs, but it's possible. Delver's Secrets might actually not be horrible for us. Depending on how many... yeah, let's see. Sorcerers I end up with. I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. Not many. That's not enough. I'm going to hide him for now. We definitely need some more mana fixing. The Traveler's Amulet is going to be needed. I mean, I might not even be able to play Cage Breakers at the moment. The good news is I can play a real heavy blue base. I mean, I could even run something like 5 planes just to get to this if we get fixing, because I have so much card draw and search. I don't think anybody really knows what they're doing right here. So we'll see, I guess. Not sure why we're stopped. Ooh, here we go. Blood Gift Demon. I mean, God, why is our mana going to be so bad? I don't see any reason to take any card over him. Maybe Smite the Monstrous, but this guy's just... I mean, he's balmy. We could have the worst mana base in history. I mean, I might not be playing stuff like Chapelgeist or the Cage Breakers at this moment. I think Blood Gift Demon seems like he's clearly the best card. I mean, Smite the Monstrous, yeah, that's okay, but yeah, he's Blood Gift Demon. He's Past in Flames, isn't that worth something? Not much, like 2 at the moment. What would I play over it? Like Silent Departure, probably. Wow, God, this deck is so weird. Either take the Past in Flames just because of the mythic value, or I just take the Silent Departure, I think. I don't know if it's going to be that worth it for my deck. God. I'm a little short in playables, but I really expect to get more based on what's been passing, so... I don't think it's horrible to just grab the Past in Flames. I mean, Chapelgeist, yeah, really a decent card. It fits with my other spirits, but now I got double black that is solid to play. Yeah, I'm taking the Past in Flames, just because I don't... Undead Alchemist again? And another Traveler's Amulet, so... I'm going to hide my crabs for now, because I'm not that impressed if I play those. Don't have a lot of zombies, so I'm not sure how good that Alchemist is going to be, and I'm not sure if he's going to get his way in there. So I think just the Traveler's Amulet's going to be best to keep trying to fix my mana. Yeah. Oh, Sever the Bloodline's a good one here. I mean, it's almost like Chainer's Edict, but just a little bit stronger. Since you can target. Claustrophobia, another good one to get this late. Yeah, this deck's looking weird. It's got a lot of very powerful cards and then a lot of like what the hell type cards, so we'll see how it works. I guess I could just hate the Caravan Vigil. Not gonna be playing like Delver of Secrets. Ooh. So Stitch Drake or Stitcher's Apprentice. I think Stitch Drake's gonna be a little bit better for us. Stitcher's Apprentice. It's a homunculus. Do I really need to put anything in the graveyard? No. God, the Stitcher's Apprentice is solid, though. I mean, he's good against us because we have so much random enchantments that he can just trade all those enchanted creatures for other guys. Do I have any good zombies to get back with the zombie guy? The Drake now. It's just a demon. Not really. But I assume he's probably the best card in the pack, so I'll go ahead and take him. Yeah, this guy, best card for us. Nice, the Silent Departure came back. So it was either Past in Flames or Silent Departure. I got, or sorry, maybe that was the next pack. Because it was either Chapelgeist or Silent Departure. I don't even remember what that was exactly, but yeah, I'm happy to get it. I'll take the other Sensor Deprivation just in case. I don't think we're playing the Chapelgeist, so I think that works out. Wow, this is going to be a very odd deck. I think decide if we can play the cage breakers or not. Whenever another human creature dies, like, I guess I'll take him. I don't. My brain wheels could be okay, but I don't know. I still don't know what people were drafting. I mean, I ended up getting a lot more black near the end too. That it's kind of sad because I had to pass that victim of night that was like 8th pick. Yeah, I almost do want to still play a forest for that. Nothing like playing a 3-color deck. The interesting thing about like Bloodgift Demon is like, are my other creatures, like Unburial Rites allows it to be cast a lot easier. If I just have some way to get it into the graveyard with like Murderer Crows. Same with like the Cage Breakers. I don't necessarily need my green mana to cast it. Alright. So let's start making my bizarre deck here. Don't think Stitch Crab's making the cut. Those are making the cut. Visible Stalker is something I may or may not be playing. And I'm not sure how many sensory deprivations I really want. I think it's a good card, but I don't know how good of a card it is. Cage Breakers, yeah, it seems... Whenever he attacks, he's human, so if my spirit's in the graveyard, this guy, he gets bigger. Tapped and attacking, like, he makes a lot of guys, just with one swing, potentially. And, like, I have so many ways, like, this deck actually has a lot of removal. I mean, this makes blockers, but he's fine against blockers as long as they have no power. Yeah, I don't know if I want to keep. We don't have our Traveler's Amulets in yet, too. We have to have those in. What a weird deck. Can I really play 4 colors like a crazy man? I think I'd remove 1 sensory deprivation. My deck has some beatdown potential, so I think like Silent Departure is okay. Forbidden Alchemy, definitely good with the Unburial Rites and like Dearly Departed and all those things. Like if I can't make use of them, I can make use of them in some fashion. That's why I like that looter guy, the uncommon looter, I don't know his name, that transforms, you discard a creature. He could have been really good because he's good with stuff like this. If I just played, if I had thought about that. I think I want to keep Think Twice as in. Assistant's good. I don't really want to go below 12 creatures, I don't think, especially when you have stuff like Stitch Drake and things that work on creatures in the graveyard. So, I think it either comes down to Silent Departure or Sensory Deprivation. It's the card I need to ditch here. Yeah, I think Alchemy and Think Twices are still fine. How much removal do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not too much. Maybe I should remove the Stalker. I mean, Stalker doesn't do much for me. He basically just hits for 1 every turn, or 2, or you could get a little bit bigger, but probably going to be attacking with him more often than not. Yeah, I'll get rid of him for now. We have a lot of card advantage to draw into creatures. We only have one guy that really needs an early creature in the graveyard, and I'll probably have something there. Alright, we'll see the mana. Let's see what they suggest. Yeah, 1 forest for sure. I think 1, 2, 3, only 4 black cards. Yeah, the Bloodgift Demon's gonna acquire 2. Maybe something like this. So I'm definitely like probably gonna draw an island. I think playing 10's great. The Traveler's Amulets are going to be aimed at one of these other ones that I don't get through my card drawing. And if we draw the Blood Gift and the dealer departed both, that's probably the worst scenario. Or sorry, I mean if we draw a hand like those three. Otherwise, I think this is fine. This is going to be a really weird deck. And it's going to be fun to see if it actually can work. But I like it. I like being able to play really weird decks like this. And this is one where you can't get mad if you die to color screw. So we'll see how it goes. I'll see you for round one.